Nevada native Neal Cobb decided he wanted to leave a lot more behind than his reputation as a guy who liked to have too much fun. He combined his love for history and his parents' extensive photo collection to teach us all about Reno's past.
My parents came out here in 1937 with an invitation from Wally Warren and Merrill Lynch, who were running KOH at the time. He went to work for KOH. He was the first man on the street. He had an early morning show, the Sunny Jim program, but he had also seen television broadcast from one room to the other in 1931. And he knew that there would be, the upcoming thing would be television eventually, someday. And so he took up a hobby of photography. Kept that going as kind of a freelance. And from 1939 until 1943, when they finally had to open up an actual commercial location. But when we came in, my dad approached things differently. And of course, this was during World War II when he kicked it off. And we had a huge amount of action with troops coming through town and stopping, being entertained by Harold's Club and treated like the guys that they were, the heroes. And we had the camera girls that were out there recording maybe the last time that they would have their photo taken, because they were heading to the South Pacific. When I aired all of these photos and I recognized everything and I was able to bring out these programs. I've done over 530 programs for every possible group that you can think of since 1988. I focus on Reno. I've got the best photo collection that there is of the 1940s, and out of the archives goes all the way back to turn of the century and some of it into the late 1800s. So we've got these things. How do you get them out so that people can understand that your history is valuable? Well, you show it to them, and you can show them the comparisons. We've written 2 books, and my friend Jerry Fenwick and I, we have been the authors of Reno Now and Then. The first book, there's I think 4,800 copies of that thing that's sold. It went into a second printing. And we've already, with the second book on Reno Now and Then, and the reason for this second book, well, number one, it was, we didn't have the Liberty Bell in the first one. And that was the only thing that people asked about. He says, where in the world is the Liberty Bell? He said, well, it's the very first one that we took. And it was absolutely amazing. We had to get 2 blocks down the street so we could get the entire convention center in there where one little old Liberty Bell used to sit. I had access to everything. In the dark room, any cameras I wanted, the film, I had everything. And I didn't do it. But my parents did, and I am ever so grateful. And so is the Historical Society, that he looked at a community, my mom did, as a I mean, everybody was important. All of the different buildings, what people did, it was just incredible what we've got. And so I'm blessed. I really am. I got a second chance is what happened.